Hi folks, just a quick note to let you know that we're now on YouTube. So if you'd like to view us on YouTube, then you can join us there by just typing in The Centerline with Dave, hit search on YouTube, and it should take you right to us. Or you can go to our website, thecenterline48.com. You can check us out there, leave us a message, go to our text message service phone number, or to our email address and send us a message. We'd love to hear from you, interact with you. If you've got a story you'd like to share or any suggestions or comments, just let us know. But right now, let's get on with this madness.
Grab your favorite beverage. Put your feet up in a relaxed position. Sit back and enjoy your ride.
The Centerline with Dave is a DACA production, copyrighted 2025.
The comedy spots on this program are fictitious and are meant for entertainment purposes only, not intended to portray or represent any person or persons, business enterprise, group or organization.
We are not trying to insult anyone or cause you to get the poochy lip or trample on your sensibilities. So if you have a goofy sense of humor, this is the place for you. So ensure your coffee is hot, your adult beverage has plenty of ice, your beer is cold. Sit up straight and don't chew with your mouth open.
Hey, all you guys and guyettes, you are about to be grinned by Dave. Silly, nutty, and a little sophomoric but funny. If you are looking for politics, you won't find much here. A little maybe, but not much. It's adult-oriented humor in good taste. Comedy and commentary. So strap yourself in and enjoy the ride with Dave.
This is The Centerline with Dave. Comedy, stories, and tall tales, just the way you like it.
Good Saturday morning to everybody. Glad to have you with us today on The Centerline. I'm Dave, and we're going to have a great show today. So just kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hope everybody's doing well. We are on this end of the stick, so stick with us. We'll be right back, and we'll start this thing rolling right after this.
Hi, this is Pearlie May of Croker and Mullet's Biker Bar and Casino. Come join us for some great sandwiches, including our famous Po Girl. That's a 12-inch roll with no meat inside. Also, we have your favorite whiskeys and other hard liquors, plus your favorite card games and slots in the back. Enjoy the sounds of Willie and the Double Clutches with their bluegrass punk rock fusion. We are located at the corner of Gatortail Road and Sandflea Drive, Mud Muscle, Mississippi. It's liquor in the front and poker in the rear. Here at Croker and Mullet's, come see us.
Tell you what, son, you can mess with me if you want to, but Papa's tough as Tarzan's feet.
You ever heard of a turnip pie? I have. Oh, it was the god-awfulest, nastiest tasting stuff. And I'm not going to embarrass the person by telling you who they were, or even if they were male, female, or kin to me or not. But just trust me, if you ever come across a turnip pie, run and hide. Call the cops, call the fire department, call the National Guard, do something, but get away from it. Oh, it is god awful. I mean, I've had some bad pies in my day. I even had an olive pie one time made with green olives and pimentas in it. Oh, gosh. I mean, I like weird food and weird tastes from time to time, but turnip pie, olive pie, nope. But I'll tell you what, as bad as those two were, the very worst I ever had was in Boston, Massachusetts at a restaurant. And the dealer that I was visiting up there, he ordered this. And he actually ordered it for a joke, but it was on the menu. It was a real pie. Fish head pie. It had small fish heads in it. And it smelled like the floor of a fish market, and it tasted like something that if you got dogs, you find out in your yard every now and then. But God, what was the nastiest tasting pie you ever had? I'm sure you got one you can think about. Anyway, let me know. Send me a message. Go to my website and drop me a line here and let me know what was the nastiest, worst tasting pie you ever come across. And again, if you ever come across a turnip pie, you'll know it because you'll smell it when you get within about 50 feet of it. But it was god-awful turnip pie. And basically what it was, just old green turnips cooked up and had cheese in with it and something in a pie shell with a pastry top on it, just like a regular pie. But God, oh, like I said, run and hide, get away. Run for your life if you can. Jeez. Anyway, let me know about your pie experiences or any kind of experience for that matter. Oh, man, just go to thecenterline48.com and send me a message, or you can text me to 470-588-6424.
Hi there, this is Larry Luber for Goober's Car Service. Hope y'all are doing well today. I want to introduce you to my announcer, Mr. Freddie, and he's going to tell you all about our service and what we can do for you, when we can do it for you, and how much it's going to set you back. So, Freddie, tell the good folks what they need to know about Goober's Car Service.
Are you tired of getting to the airport and having walk a half mile from your parking spot or paying those high-dollar parking fees? That cost about as much as a steak dinner at Peter Luger's in New York? But at the same time, you don't want to use one of those fancy car services making the neighbors think you are high-rolling it. Especially if you live in a middle-class neighborhood, you need to call Goober's Truck Service. Goober's will come to your residence in their 1954 Chevy pickup. It has just right amount of rust on the fenders and dents in the door panels with faded sunset red paint to give the impression of just a good old boy coming to give you a ride. Newly upholstered seats out of a 57 Ford Fairlane make for a comfortable ride. Goober's truck will comfortably seat 4 in the back with optional canvas tarp in case it rains for a nominal charge. Moon pies, pork rinds, and Mountain Dew are extra. Contact Goober's at 1999-BR549 or throwoutbearing.com.
It's time now for Dave's News of the Day, brought to you by Zip No Snag. Now here's Dave.
And this just in, doctor in California refuses to write in gender of baby on birth certificate, claims he should wait until he's old enough to decide if he's a boy or a girl. That's so damn stupid. I wouldn't let that doctor touch me with a 10-foot stethoscope. God almighty, Lord have mercy on his soul. Oh, me. Mikhail Viktorovich Polyakov. You know that guy? I don't know him either. But anyway, he's in hot water with the government officials in India. Seems like old Vic was over there in India for some reason, and he decided he wanted to toot on over to the Sentinel Island, which is the home for a very secluded tribe that basically do not have any real touch with the outside world, as I understand it. And what they got him for was because he went on the island and by doing so endangered the Sentinelese, apparently because he might contaminate the island with some type of viruses or whatever, things that we are all immune to, but they are not. And he also left a Diet Coke can on the beach or something, so I guess they got him for littering with one can. But anyway, old Mikhail here, Viktorovich Polyakov from Scottsdale, Arizona. Scottsdale, Arizona. I doubt his ancestors are from around them parts. Anyway, Mikhail, he's got to go to court in India on April the 29th because he took a coconut and a can of Coke and left it on a beach on the Sentinel Islands. And they were afraid it was going to create some health issues, apparently, with the natives on that island. I heard something a while back about them people, too, that, well, he first of all, he didn't see them. It says in the report he never did get to see them, and so he just took off in his boat and headed back to the mainland, I guess, whatever they call it over there in India. But I have read, I believe it's that group of people on the island that if you get shipwrecked on their island or plane crashes and you get washed up on shore or whatever, that they just kill you. They just knock you right off. They don't want anybody coming to their island. They don't matter who it is. So anyway, if that's the case, I guess he considers himself lucky that he got out of there alive, even though he had to leave his Diet Coke behind. But that's just a little crazy. That's story for the day here on the Centerline.
Hi guys, this is John Doe and this is my wife Dill.
Hi!
Fellas, you know what it's like. It's the 2-minute warning, and your team is getting ready to kick the game-winning field goal, and you can hold it any longer, so you run to take care of business. You get into too much of a hurry. Next thing you hear is... Never suffer again. Grab a can Zip No Snag. A Zip No Snag is a pocket-sized canister of super cold liquid nitrogen. Just one quick spray on Manland and you're back to the game. That's right, guys. Dell put a can of Zip No Snag in my Christmas stocking. It was a lifesaver during the college playoffs and national championship.
Hi, gals. I know you're tired of hearing that primordial scream. So help your man out by giving him Zip No Snag. It comes in a small pocket-size aerosol. Just a quick spray of super cool Zip No Snag on the affected area, and that sucker will run and hide. Just like that. Just go to zipnosnaggerini.com or call 888-888-44556. Just $9.99 for one can or $39.99 for a 6-pack. And like John said, put that sucker back in the barn where it belongs.
Not for use by Ohio State fans. They never have this problem. Another fine product of rectal research.
Remember, there are 2 places you can get your leg pulled. Your chiropractor's office, and right here, on the Centerline with Dave.
Have you got a funny story of something happened to you on a airplane flight somewhere or something? If you do, we'd love to hear it. Just go to the website, and our website, and post it on there and let us know, and we'll bring it up and talk about it on the program and let everybody else have a big yuck and a goof all and a yuck and a hi and a ho over it. Anyway, I had all the commercial flying I did as a passenger for a number of years when I was in construction equipment sales. I was flying all over the country and to back and forth to Japan a couple of times. But anyway, I had something happen one day. I was kind of sitting in the back part of an aircraft one day, and we were on a flight and just cruising on along, and all of a sudden there was this god-awful stink. I mean, it would knock a buzzard off of a shit wagon. It was so bad. And what made it funny was 3 rows up in front of me. It was almost like it was choreographed in sequence. Everybody reached up and adjusted that little air vent, turned it on full blast. Just 3 rows up. Not 4th row, 5th row, 6th row, 3 rows up. So I got to figuring the culprit had to be the dude sitting in that 4th row, because he didn't turn his up and nobody else turned theirs up. It was just the first 3 rows. So somebody let a good one. And I mean, when you're cruising at 40,000 feet or close to it, and somebody lets a blooter like that, they ain't no place to run. You just got to live with it. What they ought to do is, you know how if you have a sudden air pressure drop in the cabin on an aircraft, your oxygen mask will drop down. Well, they need to have something set on there to where when somebody lets a rotten, nasty, stink-ass and blooter on the airplane, that the oxygen mask senses that and drops down and lets you breathe some fresh air for a few minutes until that sucker dissipates. Because I'm telling you, it was, I know it was peeling the mascara off some woman's face. It was making my eyes run. I was just tearing up like crazy. It was bad. It was real bad. I don't want to even think what that dude had to eat to cause that. Lord have mercy. Whew.
Paging Dr. Whacker, Dr. Tallywhacker. Paging Dr. Knuckles, Dr. Harry Knuckles.
Guys, you know what it's like when you buy a new pair of pants or jeans you put your hand in your pocket, and it just doesn't feel right. Well, the reason is you don't have any pocket lint down in that pocket. From Peckerwood Research comes Add Some Lint. Nowadays, with so many synthetic fabrics, a pocket or belly button full of lint is fast becoming a thing of the past. Whether it's a new pants pocket or a clean belly button, fresh out of the shower, Add Some Lint restores that comfy feeling fast. Just a pinch of Add Some Lint, strategically placed in pocket or belly button, it'll have you have relaxed and whistling Dixie as you go through your day, picked exclusively from the cotton fields of Wumbelow, Mississippi. Just south of Tupelo, you won't want to go a day without Add Some Lint. Available in 6 or 12-ounce bags at your local convenience store or car wash, only $49.99 for a 6-month supply. Get yours today or go to fuzzynavel.toot.
Back in the late 70s, I worked for a small construction equipment manufacturer here in Atlanta. I was what they call their dealer services manager, and I also was their backup company pilot. And there was one particular day where I got a call. I was sitting in my office, and the boss, the president of the company, he said, "Dave, I need to see you in my office real quick." So I go in there, and he says, "You remember those two folks that were in here early this morning and bought that motor grader from us?" I said, "Yeah. Well, they gave me this check for $39,000, and I just got a call from Jim." He was the sales manager. Jim was down at the Waffle House down the road here eating lunch, and those people came in. He saw them, but they didn't see him, apparently, the way that he was sitting or where he was sitting. And when those two got up to leave, they grabbed a woman's purse and ran out the door, jumped in that damn dump truck with a trailer hauling our new grader on the back of it, and took off. And he says, "I'm afraid that what he's going to do is he's going to call back to the bank and have them stop payment on that check, and then he's going to have our motor grader, and we're going to have his damn useless check or worthless check." And he says, "So what I want you to do is I want you to get in that damn company airplane. I want you to fly out to Dallas, and I want you to be at the bank first thing tomorrow morning when they open. I want you to be the first person that walks through that door and get this check converted into a cashier's check, and then get your butt back to Georgia." I said, "Well, okay, I can do that." And "How soon can you leave?" I said, "Well, I got to call the airport and have them get the plane ready, make sure it's all fueled up, and then I got to file a flight plan, figure that all out." I said, "I can probably be in the air in about 2 hours." "All right, well, go on and do it. Don't just stand here. Get your ass out of here." So that's just the way he was. But he was talking to me in a fatherly way. He wasn't really mad at me. But anyway, so I get out to Dallas. I fly to Dallas. I get out there, grab a cab at Love Field. The closest hotel I could find to the bank was the Hilton there in Dallas, and he had given me 5 $100 bills to pay for everything. So anyway, so I get out there, and I get in this high-dollar hotel, and I spend the night out there. They had this it was kind of like a bar and grill, not really a lounge, on the very top of the hotel called Feathers. So I went up there, and I had a few toddies, listened to some music, and met a gal, and I was kind of footloose and fancy-free back in them days before I was married again. And anyway, next morning I go to the bank. I'm first one at the door, and I go in there, and I have a letter from the company. They call back here to Georgia and confirm that I am who I said I was and what I wanted to do. And they went on and converted the check to a cashier's check. And I went back out, caught a cab, back out to Love Field, got in a plane, took off, flew back to Atlanta, dodged a few thunderstorms over Shreveport, and made it back here, and got home about 5 hours later, and called my boss on the phone. It was already after quitting time, and he was at home. And I said, "Well, I got it. Will you want me to just hold on the check and bring it in tomorrow?" "Yeah, you be there first thing in the morning." And I said, "Well, I'm always there first thing in the morning." So anyway, we got our money. He got our motor grader, and that was that story. That was one of the weirdest things, I think, and the most fun and funniest things I've ever happened to my life. But flying all the way to Dallas, Texas to cash a check. but it was I think it was $39,000 check. So anyway, if you got any weird stories, let me know. Just send me a message or text me or email me, and to the centerline48@gmail.com or thecenterline48.com. And let me know your weird stories. We'll put it on there and we'll talk about it. So anyway, you want to hear something weirder, listen to this.
Hi, all you senior bubbas and boobettes. I'm Sonny.
And I'm Greed.
We are here today to talk to all you senior bubbas and boobettes, being products of the 60s, 70s, 80s. We are sure you remember those heady days where everybody had their own bag of goodies.
Through modern tech advances in candy research and with the cooperation of Big Pharma, Old People's Confection Company has developed a safe, all-natural substitute for the real thing. With no adverse interaction with your for-real meds, choose from a variety of safe knockoff candies like Lemony Ludes with a 714 stamp, Blueberry Bennies, Strawberry Blow 3-Finger Jamaican, and Peppermint Roll Your Owns.
BOG will safely take you back to those smoke-filled trippin' parties of yesterday, and if you put on a little Jefferson Airplane Doors, Clapton Zeppelin, or The Dead, you and Granny will have a Hendrix experience all over again. Order today only $49.99 by going to bagofgoodies.toot. Order your bag of Old People's Bag of Goodies today.
I had a beer with the old biker man at the end of the street, and he let me touch his old lady's titty.
Now back to Dave on the center line.
My wife, Carol Ann. I call her Charlie Ann. That's her nickname. The reason I do that is because when we first started dating and I would call her at work, when she would answer the phone and she would say, Carol Ann, it sounded like she was saying Charlie Ann. And so anyway, therefore, I started calling her Charlie Ann, little nickname here and there. But love her to death. Been with her 43 years. She's put up with my sorry-ass carcass for 43 years. She's a wonder in this world, but I love her to death. But she can be so funny sometimes. We were watching the news the other day, and they were reporting on the Navy attacking these Houthi rebels over there in Yemen. And they were showing pictures of the F-A-18 Hornets launching and landing on the aircraft carriers over there. And they were showing this one, and he was coming in, and he caught the 3-wire. That's Navy terms for snagging the number 3 arresting cable. And she said, it's amazing how those jets can fly in there and land on that aircraft carrier so fast and get caught by that little string. I tell you what, I thought I was going to do a spit take. I was drinking my coffee when she said that. I don't know, that just hit me. That was just so damn funny. If you're a Navy guy or an aviation guy, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that big old hefty arresting gear cable was just a string to my Charlie Ann. Oh, man, don't you love her? Back after this.
Social Security, share the dead people list with the rest of government, for God's sake. Put down the bong and share it with them.
Well, I've enjoyed it, folks. I hope you have too, and have a great weekend, the rest of your Saturday, what's left of it, and tomorrow is Sunday. Have a great weekend, a great day, and remember, as my good old friend Ludlow Porch used to say, whatever else you do today, you find somebody to be nice to.
Bye, y'all. Have a great day.
You have been listening to The Centerline with Dave. We are glad you joined Dave today. You can catch The Centerline every Wednesday and Saturday. If you would like to contact Dave, just go to thecenterline48.com and leave us your comments. You can also reach Dave by text to 470-588-6424 and thecenterline48@gmail.com. Thanks for listening. I'm Buckwheat Furtwangler, Dave's AI buddy. Have a groovy, cool, rad, peace, love, duff, hairy, charismas kind of day.
Remember, there are 2 places you can get your leg pulled. Your chiropractor's office, and right here on The Centerline with Dave. The Centerline with Dave is a DACA production, copyrighted in the U.S. 2025 for all creative content in the program blog.
Thank you for riding with Dave on the Centerline today. Please don't hit your end or pause button until Dave has safely hit the save button.